everybody. Realtor Reputation. We are back. I am April Lopez.
And I'm Shannon Howard-Basorti.
And we are so excited for episode 5. I can't believe the weeks are just going by so quickly.
I know. I feel like we just started.
I feel like we did too. Well, I feel like we just started season 1. We're already on season 2. So
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. We've got fun stuff in store for you today on this episode. Let's just jump right into it on our mom moment section. And Shannon, you're up.
So it was kind of funny. I was talking to my friend Nicole the other day, and she was talking about her little girl who's like in 5th grade or maybe even 4th grade. She was talking about like how she came home just so mad because the teacher gave the kids a dictionary.
What?
Yeah, like off book.
The kid was upset that she got a dictionary?
Because when...
She's like, what's this?
No, because when they need to look up a word...
Yeah.
She's like, okay, open your dictionary and I want you to look up the word. And the little girl came home and she's like, I can just Google it.
Yeah.
Why would I need this?
Yeah.
And my friend Nicole was trying to explain to her, well, it's about learning how to do something.
Yeah.
She's like, this is so obsolete, Mom. This is not how we do things. And my generation is not going to need this book.
What's 4th, 5th grade? 10, 11?
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
And we started laughing because I said, remember when we used to go to the library and we had to do research and they had the card catalogs and you had to
quote it when you do an essay.
Yeah, and then you had to go to the part of the library and find the letter and everything. Our generation, it doesn't even know what that is. So even funnier, she told her about an encyclopedia.
Oh. Wow. Yeah, that's actually so heartbreaking to
right?
me.
Do you remember the people used to go door to door? And I remember my parents buying encyclopedias.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, why would you do that? But it's the generation doesn't understand. So that brings me to taking it a step further and talking about AI, right?
Yeah.
Because
it's everywhere right now.
Yes. And it's infiltrating our business.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I must get 20 ads a day about an AI assistant, AI for this and AI for that. And I just wanted to first of all, it's just very interesting because, we're paying for our children, some of us to go to high school and to college and to get these degrees. But basically, they can speak into a microphone and say, write an essay on World War II, blah, blah, blah. And I know that they have AI checkers, but I'm just saying, they don't have to, actually, get a book out and, go to the library.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still am very much that traditional. I write all of I could use AI. And I do sometimes, if I'm I need
a word.
I need a word to be pizzazzed or something like that.
Yeah.
But I still Google synonyms.
Yeah, I do too.
But
I
write
know if our
my
kids
own.
know what a synonym or an antonym is.
But I still write out all my descriptions and my video scripts and all of that stuff. And sometimes if I want to jazz it up, sure, I'll use it. But I don't know. I'm just not that. But that's our generation. I'm not confident.
I kind of this week was just really thinking about it and kind of found it mind blowing.
I feel like if you do look at a real estate, new listing or whatever that comes on, you can tell when it's AI generated or not.
What do you mean? Because it's got bucolic views. I'm like, what the hell is bucolic?
And then the agent, and you're you would never
you
ever
don't even
say
have
that.
an AA degree. Sorry.
You're mean. Yeah, you're not smart enough to do so.
Sorry, did you even graduate high school?
Sorry, we're not talking about some people. Some people.
But anyways, it's just hilarious to me, right?
Oh yeah.
So I just thought it was really funny that, there was a 4th, 5th grader who was basically giving attitude about how to look up something with the book. So
it's.
So then part 2 of that is, as you know, my journey in life is always to improve myself.
Yeah.
We talk about this.
Yeah.
And some things that I'm not good at, and I know is I'm a busy person. And everybody that knows me knows you're busy, but I'm never too busy for you. Invite me places. I want to be invited.
Yeah.
I always want to be invited because if I can make it, I will. But
what I say is if it's on my calendar, it will happen. If it's not on my calendar, it won't ever happen. So Sure, if somebody calls me and says, "Hey, can you go have lunch?" and I'm like, sometimes I can make it work. But
Like last week, we went out and we had like a lunch spontaneously. It was amazing.
but that's the thing is, I'm never too busy for you. It's just I have to have it on my calendar.
Yes. So like always invite me. I'm never too busy for you. But part of it is actually like getting the calendaring and the organization. So I think I shared with you, and I'll post the link. I bought at Costco. They had them, the Skyline calendars. Have you seen those?
You got one?
I did.
Wait, that's the whole digital
Yes.
calendar, right? They have it at Costco?
Yes, you
Oh
go
my God.
online. So
You don't even understand.
Okay.
This is the first time I'm hearing this, and I
Okay.
am extremely excited
Okay, so like,
because
so
I
this
want
is
one.
why this is all tying together. So they're not sponsoring us, but we'd love them to. But I just want to tell you, like, it's amazing because we have the schedules in our house, like your house, are insane. So
I'm
Mark has
so
an
excited for you right
Android.
now.
So basically, all of our calendars can sync. So like, Abby's job is to put like all the activities in it. But wait, so this morning I'm like opening up my like Instagram, and I have not tried this yet, but now they have an AI component. So wait, it gets better. So if you get like, you know how like you get like a million flyers from school or like, and it's like, homecoming week theme.
Like I can't keep track of it.
And I'll try it, but maybe we can like report back. But apparently like now with this AI feature, like all I have to do is like, I don't know, like take a picture and it'll automatically put it on the calendar.
I'm so incredibly impressed by you right now.
So I mean, if AI can do this, I mean, hey.
Wait, can you be like, so if I say,
I mean, I don't know exactly. I just saw this feature today.
So if you add it to your iPhone, so like say I have an appointment today and I add it to my iPhone, will it automatically sync to your calendar?
Yes.
I feel like this is life-changing.
It's life-changing. And then I have it on our like counter right now, but we're going to mount it, so we have it.
Oh my God, everybody go to Costco.
And
I'm going to go first though because
you have to get it online. I mean, some Costco's have it, but I got mine online.
Okay.
And it's like I want to say it's like the $300 version. It's like there's bigger ones, but I think those are on back order. I don't know if they have those at Costco's, but they have like the normals. It's big enough.
Can you mount it on your wall?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So anyways, that's kind of my mom moment with AI, and then trying to be organized with all of this scheduling, because I feel like I can't breathe because there's so much going on between work and the kids. And,
totally.
And, as you know, I run 2 businesses. So trying to like stage, destage, trying to figure out when. So, but the best part is you can have categories and colors. So every child.
This is how I still have a paper calendar.
Me too. Oh, I
know this.
I have it.
And I have a
and I bought the one that you had.
Because I have a pack of markers that I have color coded.
Yes.
Like blue is for kids.
Yeah.
So you pink is for personal.
And
like
then,
I have it all color coded.
It gets better. So there's a component which give me a moment. Like I can only do one component at a time. I gotta learn how to use it. Maybe I'll put you in charge of this one. But they even have like menus.
Oh, I don't cook, so.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say now if I could just get the AI people to cook and clean my house.
Oh my God! Even last night. Okay, here's a good funny mom moment for me. Even last night, my husband, we have an electrician helping us at our house because we're hooking some stuff up for landscaping outside, and he was helping.
By the way, people, when you don't know about wiring, it's very good to hire a professional.
Oh, absolutely, especially in this case because like it's a major electrical work. Hire a professional. But anyway, so he was outside. My husband's very handy, and he was out there helping him, and he's his friend or whatever. So, my daughter had started pizza. We get the pizza dough from Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, whatever. We make pizza all the time. We have the uni, but my husband.
Oh, do you like that? I was looking into that.
Absolutely love it. But my husband was busy, so he's like, just put it in the oven. So she made it. She put it in the oven, and this leads into multiple stories. So she starts. I put the pizzas in the oven, and then
he set a timer.
I set a timer.
Oh, good. Okay,
I did, but I was like, I don't know if they're done or not. And Kellen then gets up. He walks outside. He's like, Dad, you need to come check the pizzas. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm right here. And he goes, I don't trust Mom. And I was like, I'm not a cook. I burn everything. And sure enough, I put it back in and I was like, let me set it another timer. 2 minutes sounds good. And it like started to get a little crusty on the top. And I was like, I'm horrible at this. Like, and then his friend was there just laughing because he's like, oh wait, she really just doesn't know how to add. Like it's not my realm. It's not my realm.
I can't tell you how many friends I have that don't cook.
Oh really?
Like, I find it mind blowing. I do, and I like it, but it's like so many people I know. And
here's what it comes down to.
We would be like, I don't know we'd eat if I didn't cook.
We
probably have like McDonald's every night.
Well,
or, like,
I actually
waffles. Or
I
something.
sat on the couch like 2 days ago and I was like, "Ooh, sushi sounds good." And he goes, "And this comes from somebody who doesn't cook. Like, you just order out." That's what I would do. I would just order out because he's like, "You're in charge," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just not that person." But I just tell people like it works for our household. My husband's role is he loves to cook.
And I
he
think
likes
as long
to cook,
as you
and
have like the rolls, it's great.
But he's also like, I can look in the fridge and be like, "We don't have any food," and he looks in the fridge and he whips up this dinner, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, you're like my husband, like the opposite. Yeah,
I'm just not good at that. So then that leads into my next mom moment. Like last night, I didn't have an exciting week. It was boring, right? My kids are usually pretty like just good, chill kids. My girl was on one last night.
Oh,
in the attitude of a teenager who's 16. And then
this is like the face.
Oh, it was like even worse than that. And I'm just like, what's your problem right now? So then my son gets up and he's like my boy. He starts defending and then they get in a fight and then there's like fighting happening.
He's defending you?
Well, yeah, but then he starts to defend himself and then now they're fighting and I'm like, am I the only one who has two teenagers who like, they don't fight all the time, but they definitely bicker and fight.
Are you kidding?
Most of the time. Like, I feel like, was this normal? And then, of course, Keith's friend's there, and I was like,
I feel like the
yelling
universe,
at them,
like had
knock
something
it
like
off.
weird this week. Like, I don't know. Like,
It's like the moon in retrograde.
I don't know.
Something
But I feel like
that.
my house was in retrograde.
Oh, like it was just tension. So then the fight turns into like pizza flying on the floor.
What?
Oh yeah, there's like she gets pissed and
She
everybody.
throws her pizza?
Well, she didn't mean to. She like threw it onto the counter like she was done at that point. She didn't even eat dinner last night because she was so snotty. I should probably not be telling anybody this because the attitude. But this is my reality of everything's smooth all week long. We have this boring week.
So you bring somebody over.
And then I'm yelling at my kids because I'm like, and the windows are open.
Stop being an asshole.
It's funny because I'm lucky I live out like in the country where if my window's open, people really can't hear me. But of course the friend's over there, so hears me yelling at the kids. But when I lived in like suburbia, I was always like, how many people hear me yelling at my kids?
Mark said. He goes, and I'm not even trying to like yell at them, but I'm like, Staffy, it's time to get in the shower. Like, how many times do I have to tell you?
No.
And he's like, Shannon, all of the windows are open. She's all the people walking their dog across the street can hear you.
But I think that's reality. That's normal for. I'm
like calm until I have to like ask you like 5 times.
Oh, absolutely.
And like Staffy has like special hair, like it's really curly.
Yeah.
So I usually have to like sit there and like help her. Like we have to like do this whole conditioning process with like the special brush.
Yeah.
So it's not like Abby who could just like hop in the shower and like dry her hair and she's like I have to like stop what I'm doing, dedicate a half hour. So you know what, 9:30 at night when I've been asking you since 7 to get in the bath or the shower,
you're tired.
I'm like, I'm done. It's 9:30, you know?
I get it.
And then it's like, I feel really mean because do you ever have to like threaten? I'm always like, fine, no dance class.
Well, that was the conversation I had with my husband this morning. I was like, what can we take away? The thing is my kids are good kids.
I know, mine are
and I'm
too.
like, what do? Not buy them lunch every day? Like, but then they need to eat.
Well, what we do is we turn off the internet.
Oh, that's a good idea because I threatened that last night. I was like, I'm going to take everybody's phones away. Nobody needs a phone. And I'm just like,
it's a privilege. You're going to get a flip phone. That's what I tell them.
You're going to get a Razor. Do they still make flip phones?
Oh, yeah. It's like they're coming back.
Oh, heck yeah. That's what they get.
My kids are,
no iPhone for you.
That's my threat. I have one in my drawer from 1996. I'm going to reactivate it.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Probably would like blow up if we activated
I always threaten like, I'm going to take your door off the hinges. That's a privilege to have a door. But then
I know people who've done that.
But then I have to stare at her room. It's a teenager's room. And I'm like, as much as I tell her to clean it, it just never happened. Yeah. So, all right, well, that was fun. Let's go on to...
So we're normal?
We are normal.
Okay.
To an extent. You and I are normal. Is everybody else like in the same situation? It doesn't even matter the age of your kids. Like teenagers, younger kids, I don't know. Trying to raise good humans, it takes the life out of us. So let's go on to our next section, Swiftie Sell of the Week. This one's a good one. Shannon pointed this out. She has
I have a relative.
who is selling a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1966 built home. We're going to put the pictures up for you, but it is a definite, needs remodeling. Fixer.
The fact that it has red carpet, that reminded me, which we all had to laugh about, of when I went to my Catholic church in Nevada, or Lady Loretta, anybody out there who knows, it had red carpet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
so funny.
I was talking to, my family, and they're like, oh, that was Mom's red carpet from 1971.
My God.
Still there.
But it is,
The
it's
stagers
just
did a good job of putting rugs down
Sure.
and kind of freshening it.
But it is just a standard suburbia home. It sits on a 7,400 square foot lot. It's 1,942 square feet. But the list price for this home in Sunnyvale, California,
which is next to, let me point out, the Google campus and I believe the Apple campus. So this is a prime location next to these campuses, as well as the schools really, really matter.
Uh-huh.
So this is schools matter everywhere, but
Of
this
course,
is
yeah.
big, big deal. So that your kids don't have to necessarily go to private schools, and you can go to the public schools if you buy to certain neighborhoods.
So Shannon sent me this the other day, and she says, just guess what it sold for. So I'm going to tell you the list price of $2.388 million. So $2.4 million.
And let me point out, it probably just to get the systems up and working, meaning dry rot, roof, paint, not even fixing it pretty with floors, but a new heater I think it needed, and a water heater. You're probably
Did it
looking
close
at,
yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So we can't tell.
No, we'll just give a generalization.
Gotcha. Okay.
And anyways, so it needs probably a good 100K just with maintenance, would you say? That would be, that's
the
what
photos that I see, I think you could drop way more.
well, no, that's just for
Yeah.
systems.
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
remodeling. I would say
Yeah.
probably to do a decent remodel, you're at least 3 to 4K.
I mean, the roof looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks like it was recently done. It's a great size. It looks like it's a really good layout. I mean, the wallpaper is on point.
Wallpaper's coming back. Ask the interior design.
Well,
Paneling, you can paint white, I guess.
I don't know if that wallpaper is on. But okay. So
It received.
just want to point out though that it's only been on the market 7 days as of today.
And
so it went into contract.
It went into contract, I believe, on Tuesday. It received 12 offers. And we talk about on our meetings, how many people come to open houses and stuff.
Yeah.
So just the broker tour alone had 50 people. Each open house had 35 to 70 people at. So, I mean, it's very desirable.
Yeah.
12 offers.
Holy cow. So we'll do a follow-up when this closes. We can't really disclose anything. Obviously, we don't really know facts until it closes. So with that, we'll follow up in a couple weeks. What do you know the close of escrow timeline?
I want to say it's a couple weeks. Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy. So, okay. So with that being said, let's just kind of go into
house,
snake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Kind of let's merge these two things together. Talking about this sell is if you were to pick up this house and throw it in
the Wizard of Oz.
boom, throw it in Sonoma County. Let's just say
You do Santa Rosa and I'll do Petaluma.
Okay,
so you pick a neighborhood in Santa Rosa.
So if I picked up this house, it's a fixer-upper. I'm going to throw it in Bennett Valley just because desired area.
same thing, kind of good schools.
It looks like this home is very similar to a Bennett Valley home. I would probably price this at $799. It needs a good $200,000 worth of work in it, in order to get it up to par. I mean, yeah, around probably $799.
Yeah, and I would take the same home here, plop it in West Petaluma, right? Over by, Grant School, somewhere in a good school district.
Yeah.
And I would probably price this at $1,050,000.
Holy cow. I don't even know if I'd be at, you can paint the cabinets. You can.
So,
just
it
replace the
just
floors.
shows you. So, one of the educational points of this is when you're reading headlines, I think this is really important to point out. And, it's you have to read, first of all, is it legitimate? Where is the source coming from?
Right.
And then it's sometimes they'll say California real estate or Bay Area real estate.
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously very, very different in, the South Bay Area, as we can see, versus like the Northern Bay Area, but it's even different from town to town,
right?
So the same house in Petaluma could sell for $1 million something or $1 million, but maybe in Bennett Valley it's selling for $800 or $850.
So this also brings to using local agents and kind of knowing neighborhood statistics, right? So I am working with clients who there was a house that came on market and we were like, it's priced way too high, which in hindsight, I think it's now seeing how many people came through and that sort of thing. But initially we were like, God, it's really priced really high if we were to go this high with any offer. But we believe because it was an out-of-town agent, she just did a radius search. So a radius,
so what is it? Yeah,
a radius search, if I do say I've got a house and I just pick a mile radius around that house, it will pull comps for that radius. Now, in this case, there are two neighborhoods that are adjacent to each other by a radius, but this other neighborhood next to the neighborhood we were looking at is a higher price point. Versus this other one, they're smaller homes, it's a lower price point. So a radius search, if you pull it and there's recent sales in this other neighborhood, it's going to affect this other neighborhood.
Unless you like are really know what you're doing and you pull those out once you get the list.
Exactly.
To make it more of a neighborhood.
Sure. But I was like, if you pulled the radius, yeah, sure, it puts it at that price. But if I pulled it based on just the neighborhood and knowing the neighborhood really well, and I was like, it's way too overpriced for this neighborhood. So anyway, it just knowing your niche market is really, really important.
And I think it's important, just as important for buyers as it is for sellers. So I recently this week received a referral for a buyer, and
they're coming out.
Oh, I've gotten. Yeah, it's great. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
But I received a referral, and he didn't really know where to start. And he's like, well, I talked to my uncle who's, a realtor in like San Francisco. Yeah. And he's like, he could just, like help me on a search or whatever and like write the offer.
Okay, good.
And I'm like, well, do you understand what, you have to do today? And this brings up like the buyer broker agreement. Right. Like, you can't just go into any house. Like your uncle can't just like, you can't work with me and your uncle's going to like write the offer because we have to have a buyer broker agreement.
Absolutely.
So I think like that's actually kind of nice because I'm glad he was like honest and upfront with me, but I don't want to be running around and then find the house and then be like, oh, my uncle's going to give me a deal. Yeah. And then whatever. And then take your sale, because people that don't work in the area, like they don't know, they don't go to tour, they don't preview the homes. Right. They don't know like coming soon. Right. They don't go to, the meetings. So it's not really beneficial because I find a lot of houses, as you do, for clients that we know they're coming up, we can get into them before or we're like on it on day one. Yeah. Because we're ready to go. But
I would say if your uncle wants to come down and take you on tours of houses, go for it. Have fun with that.
Yeah. No obligation, but
but if something goes on market on Monday and they're just reviewing offers as received and you're waiting until Saturday or Sunday to go to an open house, it may be in contract before then.
Yeah. So, or you don't know like the proper, taxes of closing costs or, like that kind of thing. So I thought it was a good lesson to learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sometimes people think like they have a family member that's like going to help them, but I don't really think that it's that beneficial sometimes.
But I also have people who are like, oh yeah, I've got a family member who lives in Southern California, but they do things so much differently there. Even
so different. They even actually have two companies. They have a title company and an escrow company. That's very interesting.
Yeah. But even headline news and that sort of thing, going back to like just different markets and that sort of thing, I all the time will get that question like, how's the real estate market? I hear, everything's going down. And I'm like, well, maybe based on national news, but we are in a different type of market and we don't go off national news. Let's just put it that way.
No, I don't even go off of Bay Area news.
No, year over year, our sales are showing to have an increase. So
So I just thought that was like a good,
I think so.
An interesting thing. And we'll follow up with the sales price.
I just can't believe like 2.4 list price.
Well, I can tell you,
That's
I know what it is, but I can't say it.
Sure.
But you will die when you find out what it is. If it, if everything closes, I like.
Can I just say I'm extremely impressed by all of the things that you've had to say today.
Thank you.
And I am going on Costco online and buying one of those damn
calendars.
Oh
my gosh. I know. I feel like so, I don't know, like inspired. Like I found a tool that I feel like we should I don't know. We'll put the link down below and we'll tag
I talk about my calendar on a daily basis. So I'm just thoroughly.
And my husband was kind of like, why did you buy this? I'm like, no, you're going to thank me.
Oh, I want one.
He won't look at the thing. He doesn't
Well, even this morning, I'm going back to our mom moment because even this morning, my husband's like, I need you to go to the bank. I need you to go get this because we have to, pay somebody or whatever. Well, he'll send me a calendar invite, but if daily, I could just have it right there on my wall.
And then it'll go your calendar.
And then I'm like, oh, I need to do this, and this for families.
But it's not even just on your wall. It goes to everybody's phone.
So impressed.
I mean, it's amazing. So we'll put the link.
Yes.
And then I'll try the AI so I could follow up. Please do get that going. But you have to get yours ordered because it's probably going to be one of the hottest Christmas items.
I feel like it's going to already. Oh, I mean, my laptop's on my lap right now. But my next thing once I end this is going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting, and I think it's kind of genius because it's. I mean, obviously a mom, maybe a dad, probably a mom who's really busy.
I think my husband will love this.
Oh yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
I just hate not knowing where I'm supposed to be when, because I am truly the Uber driver in the afternoon. Okay. So I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I'm even thinking of linking my stepmom in because she
you should.
She helps with the kids too. So I mean, it's just nice to know. And it, also the game.
Can I put in my calendar playing hooky today? Leave me alone. Girls trip. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it for episode. What did I say? 5?
Oh, wait. Hold on a second. I have a gift for you before we end.
This is getting even better.
Well, I mean, I just was worried.
Okay.
Because there could be a shortage.
Oh, okay.
And this has to do.
Wait, what did you.
Yes, you need it for your Halloween costume.
I'm going to get
we will
holster.
We will announce the winner.
This is hilarious.
The next week, we will announce the winner for the best.
Oh, yes. The $25 gift card. Mm-hmm. I posted it on Instagram. We are getting some good comments of what your best use of baby oil.
No, 1,000.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So maybe with your gift card, we'll give you this bottle of baby oil.
It's a free gift. I would hate for the toilet paper shortage to affect this.
Oh my God, I just heard about this. I ordered a crap load of toilet paper yesterday online. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
You're hilarious.